One more thing that I wanted to review was to check out Screen Tested, because I like Castlevania and he has a video. So if you're not familiar, Screen Tested is the channel run by Tyrant, who is one of Shad's friends. And I really like him. I think he's really cool. He's basically Shad 2.0 because they dress very similarly, similar haircut. Well, he's got longer hair, similar beard. It's just a joke, of course. But he's got this is his second channel, I believe. And he does all of these like nerdy things that I really, really like. And I wanted to check out this one. So the title of the video is Vampire Cross Best at Throwing, ? And this is from, of course, Castlevania. So let's see what he did with this, because the Vampire Cross is always something that I think is one of those things that is so cool. But would it work in any way in a real contest? Well, let's see.
So even on a miss, it still hits.
Nice.
Should be a quote.
Hey, Tyrant.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Screen Tested. I am your host.
Man, look at that background. This guy should have 10 times my subscribe count. Look at that. That is so nerd, and I love it because I'm a nerd. Very nice.
Tyrant, where we take things from movies, TV shows, pop culture, try to create them in the real world and test them one-to-one from the media that they come from. Now in today's episode, we're going to be looking at a vampire slaying weapon from the Castlevania series, and that is the throwing cross. I
appreciate that, Tyrant, but one moment, I need to vindicate my honor as a nerd, because check this out. How about that? My wife built it with Lego. Love it.
I had one, I'm pretty sure, in the Vampire Survivors game. I really like that game. It's such a good game. I should play that game. Anyway, another vampire slaying weapon. I'm a big fan of like vampire and the dark fantasy genre.
Me too.
I like the weapons and stuff, so for me, I don't mind. This is another throwing glaive, throwing weapon, whatever. It's basically a cross. It's essentially a cross that's made out of some sort of metal that has some sharpened points, and you throw it. Pretty straightforward, both in terms of the build and the testing.
And it's pretty big. It's pretty big if you look at the way I actually had a replica at one point, and I showed it during. I'll show you once we watch this. I'll show you the replica I had, although my replica was not. Was for cosplay. It wasn't for practical. Like, it wasn't metal and it wasn't sharp. His is definitely going to be
thing. So with all that out of the way, let's get started.
Let's go. Oh, he's actually making it. What a good. Of course he's making it. What were you thinking, number ones? And sharpening it. Nice. He's very crafty, isn't he? Like Shad. It's just Shad works more with wood, I believe. Now he is. Oh, look at that.
So here we have our Castlevania cross, our throwing cross.
That's amazing. I mean, it's significantly smaller than the one that we see in the game. But I mean, I could have never made anything even remotely close to that. So props to Tyrant. I am really looking forward to see how this works.
What do I think of it? Well, first off, I mean, for a vampire slaying weapon, I mean... The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah.
The power of Christ compels you. I
mean,
yeah,
it's double.
Yeah. I mean, you've turned a actual item that you would carry into a weapon. But
which pretty much what the sword is, isn't it? Because the sword is the cross to you and the sword to your enemy. That's the idea. So if you turn it around, of course, when you're slaying your enemy, it's a cross. There is a symbolism there.
How good is it at being thrown? Well, this is a simple question with a simple answer. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm going to be throwing it right here. So
okay.
Let's try some different spaces, see how effective it is.
Yeah.
This is a rather close range throw. Let's see if it...
Ooh, that was pretty sleek. Did you see that?
Yep, that was the first throw, and that was not f***ing around.
Yeah. 2 out of 2, and the first time it connected with the top spike, and the second time it connected with the side spike. That's something you could practice, by the way, to gain even more control over. But he did really well. Look, pretty clean.
I mean, they're really... I feel like today's episode is kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I feel like from this point on, you're just going to be watching me throw shit.
Once again, the same.
Yeah.
Hey, even from a distance. He's probably also a good shot. If I did that, I would probably miss.
That flies beautifully.